Hey, I'm gonna shift the focus of my YouTube channel to be in English, seeing as I have lived in England for since 2007 and I find myself dreaming in English a lot. I don't really feel like I particularly have an inner monologue unless it's to do with having conversations and stuff. And so I mainly want this channel to be here so that my children can get to know me. And actually, why I wanted to start posting, because I haven't really been for a while, it's because I came to this sort of quite a scary, not realization, but fear state of just thinking that what if something happened to me, and I wasn't to be here anymore. I've not talked about this really because it was quite a big moment, and I just thought that the one thing that I'd really regret would be that my kids wouldn't really have much to know me from, if that makes sense. And so I thought that going forward, I'll use this channel more on just talking about things that, I don't know, I've not really fully formed the thoughts on this yet myself, but basically just anything that my kids can look back on. Because I wish I could know my mother better. I wish I particularly had known my dad, because he's passed away. And I never really got to know him that well. From that point of view, it's a pretty selfish endeavour. But although I speak kids with my I speak kids. I do. Although I do speak Finnish with my kids all the time, living in England has its challenges, not having too many Finnish contacts around us. Although we do, I've got friends, and I've currently got a lodger who is also Finnish, and that's really good. But I think they'll be able to understand me better if I also make these videos in English and just keep talking to them in Finnish. It's really tricky. It's a very difficult language to learn anyway. But yeah, so that's the starting point for now. Oh gosh, I should have checked my lipstick. I've just come back from work, and it's like a tinted lip balm thing. And it's so annoying. That keeps happening to me all the time. It's really frustrating. I just crushes up. Oh well, such is life. Nobody's perfect. I guess that's that. I make a lot of notes for myself on, lessons I've learned or things that I want to improve on, or just things. And I thought it would be a good idea to use this channel as a video output, because my notes might be private, as in, I know this is a very grim thing to think about, but I've just contemplated on death a lot recently, and we just never know how long we've got. And I just had a scare that I might have cervical cancer quite recently, because they found some cell changes in my smear, and that was a big sort of boost to thinking, what if I got a diagnosis for, you've got this long to live and whatnot, because that could just happen really any day. I try and lead a healthy lifestyle and stuff, but it's better. I don't feel ready to continue posting, is that what you call it, on YouTube. I don't particularly feel ready, but I'm done with waiting for the moment when you're ready, because that might never come. It's the same with me having children. I think if I hadn't accidentally got pregnant with my first, I would never have had children. That's what I think, because I feel like I'm such a, in a way, cerebral person, that I would never have felt like it's the right time. So this for me, posting this video on YouTube now, it doesn't feel like the right time. But I think there's big lessons to be learned in that, because I've been self-employed now for well over a decade, and I know what has held me back the most is my inability to just start when I don't feel ready. So here's the first lesson, It's much better. You learn so much deeper from mistakes, because mistakes are just experiences and they are so important. So here's to the first video back for a while. I think I've never really had a direction with this channel, apart from when I was posting. Oh, sorry, I had too much coffee. You see, hands are shaking. Yeah, so the thing I was going to say before I completely lost the track of thought is that I used to use this channel really to make vlogs on how difficult life used to be with my second baby after a C-section, and it was just a really tough time for a couple of years. And I felt like the feedback I heard from friends when I finally opened up about my struggles was that other people are in the same place as well. And in that moment in time, it just felt like a ridiculously lonely place, and that, you know, I might be the only one in the world going through this, or, you know, the guilt, feelings of guilt in terms of just not sleeping enough and not feeling like I was enough, and struggling with the day to day when I was so used to being on top of everything and just having my shit together. Everything is so fine, and like I could think through everything, I think my way through everything, and then that kind of solved everything. And I feel like I've just learned a lot, so much since having kids, that I think it's my time to grab myself by the balls, which I don't have. Hopefully, whatever, pointless. How else could I say it? I'm just gonna get a grip and start posting things that I feel really comfortable with. I mean, as in, I love making videos, but my downfall is like, if I have to sit down and edit them massively, I will never ever post them. So going forward, it's more gonna be pretty much like live. I might not go live in a recording, but you know, I'm just gonna try and get the topic down, post about it, talk about it, and then just upload the video without too much thinking. Oh, that makes me feel scared. That makes me genuinely feel scared, and it's crazy. But where is the rewards? Where are the rewards? I think I've come to find that they are outside of your comfort zone. So let's get outside of that zone, I think. Scary shit. That's that really. So just welcome me back to the world of YouTube, which I so used to thoroughly enjoy. Gave me so much energy, so much, just the compassion from people. It's unbelievable. People who've connected via Instagram, it was unbelievable. I'm just eternally grateful for that kind of stuff. And going forward as well, I'm gonna avoid looking at YouTube comments and stuff. Feel free to leave them. I might not look at them. And obviously, you know, leaving a thumbs up or anything like that is always gonna help support this journey, and subscribing, of course. You know the stuff. But you can find me on Instagram at Erica Helsinki. And I shall catch you next time. Have a lovely, lovely day. I hope you're feeling well, and look after yourself. Peace out.